So, what other mechanisms do you think are out there in terms of our ability to slow or reverse epigenetic aging?
Well, there's one thing which is important, and you may have someone from Fountain Life speaking as well. It's a company I serve as executive chairman of, and co-founded with Tony Robbins and Marc Benioff. And Fountain Life has built these 10,000 square foot diagnostic centers where we do full body MRI, brain imaging, brain vasculature, and AI coronary CT, DEXA scan, genomics, 150 gigabits of data. And the reality is we are always in a state of some level of degradation, degeneration. As you said, after 30, it's, our thymus starts shrinking, our hormonal levels start going down, our growth hormone levels start going down. And so we're in a slow decline. And the other thing going on is that we start to develop diseases that were never pre-selected against because you had reproduced by the age of 30.
Right.
And so these diseases would occur later on in life. And we're all developing cancers all the time. Hopefully our innate immune system, our natural killer cells, are finding those cancers and zapping them. But there's another thing called immunoexhaustion. As we get viral burdens in our body, our NK cells are focused on viruses and not cancers. And that's a challenge. So one of the things that we do at Fountain Life is we do an annual upload where you're fully digitized, and then quarterly additional testing. And the goal is to find disease at inception and zap it at the beginning. Our bodies are incredibly good at hiding problems. You don't feel a cancer at stage 1 or stage 2. You experience at stage 3 or stage 4, many times when it's too late, right? For Parkinson's, you don't really have the tremor until like 70% of the neurons are gone. And your body compensates for all these things. And unless you're looking, you do not know. So in our first, I think like 4,000 or 5,000 patients going through all this testing, our members going through this testing, we've discovered 2% have a cancer they don't know about, 2.5% have an aneurysm they don't know about, 14.4% have a significant finding that is could impact their lifespan that they need to know about. And so I call this category not dying from something stupid. In other words, looking and understanding, and then when you find something, taking action right away. In the wildfire world, do you want to try and put out the wildfire after it's a conflagration or at the first spark, right? Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing here. You're going to find out eventually. When do you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
The beginning or later? So that's what we built with Fountain Life. We also built an insurance company called Fountain Health Insurance, which I'm very proud of, where for your current health insurance for a self-insured company at $1,000 a month, we give your employees all of the testing for free. So the health insurance, instead of paying you after you're sick and have had your surgery, the goal of the health insurance is to keep you from getting sick in the first place. Mm-hmm. So again, there are lots of things that can be done in that regard.
Yeah, I think it's so important to get baseline,
yes,
baseline measures. And then as you continue to take measures, perhaps every year, it's not only looking at you compared to the normal, it's also you compared to where you were a year ago, so that you actually pick up on changes that may not be appropriate.
Exactly. The first time I did a full body MRI, I discovered I had an enlarged aortic root. And it was like, is that me or is there something going on? And it hasn't changed in 8 years. And so it's my baseline, which is good to know, right? And so understanding your baseline, like you said, Steve, is super critical.
Yeah, yeah.